Once upon a time, there was an old donkey who for years had carried sacks from the mill of his master. His master was a cruel man and had plans to sell him to a beet operator at Blackpool. Sensing this, the donkey made a bolt for it, taking the Birmingham road. On his way, he saw a dog panting in the gutter. "What's up with you?" he brayed. "My own says I'm too old, even to bite a postman, and wants to get rid of me. Then come with me. I'm going to Birmingham to start a band." With the donkey braying and the dog beating the drum with his tail, it was certain they would be more musical than 90% of the groups in the charts. Further up the road, near Droitwich, they saw a cat sitting by a roadside cottage. "And what's your story?"
"My owner is the witch of Droitwich, and she says I'm getting too old to catch mice, so she plans to drown me in a sack this evening." "Have you ever toyed with the idea of playing the banjo?" asked the donkey, keen to explain his theory on how to get into the top 10. The cat, who was actually an accomplished clarinetist, was thrilled at the prospect and agreed to join the other two on their Midlands adventure. Even further up the road, the trio saw a cockerel. He told his story to the travellers. "For years, my crowing has hailed the dawn, proclaiming the fullness of the day and the cheerfulness of the sunny morning. As the sun rises..." "Oh, get on with it," interrupted the dog. "In short, time for the pot for waking the neighbours. But a voice like yours is just what we need to complete our band." The happy quartet headed for Birmingham and instant stardom. Wow. When they reached some woods near Solihull, they needed to take a rest and stop by a grotty cottage. They decided to investigate, and the donkey, being the tallest, looked in the window. What he saw took his breath away, for there, sitting around the kitchen table, were 3 wolves tucking into a gargantuan meal. Baby wolf was eating some porridge oats, mother a vegetarian quiche, and father wolf practically everything else.
"Eat up your porridge, sonny, if you want to grow up big and strong like your father."
The donkey climbed down to consult his travellers. "How can we frighten these wolves away from their supper? I'm starving." The donkey lined up all 17 brain cells and announced the big plan. "We'll give the wolves a preview of our first hit. After 3 now. 1, 2... What was that?
It sounds like someone's banging a chicken. I better get out and eat it."
"It sounds like trouble. Let's get out of here."
The 3 of them shoved their way through the door and headed into the woods. When the coast was clear, the intrepid musicians let themselves in and, selecting a dish to suit, got stuck in. "Now let's get some sleep." So the cat lay by the fire, the dog behind the door, the cock on the beam, and the donkey in the yard, turning off the light as he went. Meanwhile, the wolf family crept back to the edge of the wood. All was calm. The lights were out, and best of all, there was no music.
I don't know what it was, but it certainly sounded terrible.
I'm starving to death.
I'll check the joint out and let you know if it's safe to return.
And so saying, the big wolf tippy-toed in the moonlight back to the cottage. Very quietly, he lifted the latch. He could just make out a couple of eyes glowing red by the light of the fire. He crept nearer to investigate. As he bent down, he trod on the cat's tail, causing the cat to fly up into his face, pitching and scratching. He ran back to the door, where the dog bit him. The noise awoke the cock, who started screeching to the braying donkey, who delivered a fearsome kick to the wolf's bottom.
Oh, now that's a dirty trick. There's some kind of trouble in our cottage. First, some guy scratches my eyes out. Next, someone bites me in the leg. Then some fella starts hollering at me from way up in the roof. And then, the biggest insult of all. Someone kicks me in the bottom and has the impudence to laugh at me. The wolf and his family decided there and then to vacate their luxurious Midlands property. In any case, they had negative equity and headed off for pastures new.
As for the musicians, they stayed in the cottage, turning it into a recording studio. After several hit albums, they split up due to musical differences. The cat pursuing a solo career, and the other three play at dinner dances down the Hagley Road.